Okay, so life is super unfair. No one is contesting this, right? This is a 100% universal truth. Life is super unfair. Some people have it better, some people have it worse. We have a lot to talk about in this video today, right? And I want to talk to you about on the Finance Dojo today about your own financial situation, how you're feeling about it, because here's the thing, we have it a lot better than basically anyone else throughout history. That being said, at the same time, in recent history, we have a lot of hurdles and challenges, and it's rough out there. It's rough to afford housing. It's rough to try to get ahead. It's rough to find a job right now because the job market is just so hard to break into something that you really want to do. And what are we going to do about this, right? I really, really, really feel that I need to talk to you guys today about hope, the idea of hope. And this isn't like hokey whatever hope, but we have like a big video today, and I just want to like really, really share this information with you because I do have a lot of practical information, right? But I want to share with you guys something that we posted earlier on our X account and on our Instagram account. This was a quote from the movie Man of Steel from Superman's father, right? And I just want to read this to you real quick, right? It said, "You will give the people an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders." And that's not meant for me today. That is meant for you today. You will, in time, help them accomplish wonders. And who are they? They are the people in your lives, right? What do they need? Sometimes they don't always have a guiding light, and you may feel like you yourself do not have a guiding light at this time, right? You need to become that guiding light for the world. They need you. They need you, and you need to be capable for them. It's not all on you. We're one community. We're all one community, and we're all here to help. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, leave them in the comments. I will respond. I will get back to you with any information I have, and I am here for you if no one else is. But I want to talk to you today about this video I saw by this guy, Matt Walsh, who is a content creator, and he was talking about fighting on the platform X. And what were they fighting about? They were fighting about what to do nowadays because anytime you say get your act together, you gotta work harder, you gotta work smarter, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. People are, they use the argument, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and it's hard. And and there are people on X saying that's ridiculous. We're just like the lost generation. There's nothing we can do, and that's it. That's the end of the story. What are we going to do? I feel like there is a lot we can do, but I want to talk to you about something he said. Right? He said, "Yeah, man, life is unfair, and that's true. But what are you going to do about it?" They say that a lot of people run away from opportunity because it's disguised as hard work. People run away from opportunity because it is disguised as hard work. People are saying, like, I don't want to work in retail because I went to college, this and that. It's like, what other job do you have right now? There's no reason you can't pursue greater and greater and greater, but what are you doing this second? Again, and I don't want to harp on it too long, but Matt Walsh made the argument. He said, look, let's say you're trying to change laws so that we can have a better country, so we can have a better world, so that we can do better together, right? That's well and fine, right? But what are you doing this second? Let's say you're on platforms and you're you're making these posts, you're telling your situation, and you're saying this isn't fair, we need to change things. It's like, okay, that's great, and that took you all of 30 seconds. And let's say you post a lot of these things, right? Okay, that's 30 minutes down. Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your life? At the end of the day, you still need a job. You need to be able to go out there, and you need to be able to provide for yourself. So work whatever job you have to in the meantime. I want to tell you something, right? Um, Life hasn't been easy for me, but I will say this: there was never a time that I wasn't working or in school or both. And when I was just in school, I was doing like 24 units at a time. So I was like working like double time at that when I was just in school because I was trying to finish quicker. Um, and it's not always easy. I will say this, right? There are things that get in the way. There are, depression is real, and in that case, you need to reach out to people. You need to reach out to your community, church groups. There are a lot of new apps that allow you to talk to somebody and maybe get the assistance you need at the meantime, right? And that's all great. There are for psychologists and psychiatrists now. There are apps where you can see them, every week, and sometimes it's like sometimes it's like a car, right? Where if it's been sitting too long, the battery is drained and you can't start the car. But if you jump it, if you can get a little jump start, right, then the car, the alternator starts taking over. It starts creating juice for the battery, but you need to jump it first. You need something to spark that. And I hope I can do that for you today. And if I can't, I beg you, I implore you to reach out to those in your life. If you got no one in your life, leave me a comment. But there are so many great opportunities out there, and I will provide all the information I can. All that said, right? Yeah, I was going to school. I was working, and people think like 40 hours a week is enough to get ahead nowadays. It's not. If you're working a 40-hour a week job, or if you're not, try to get one. If you can't, work what you can. Go there. They have the Uber app also, stuff like that, where you can work part-time when you're not working your day job. And I think if you're young, and you're trying to get ahead, like do some sort of educational program. They have FAFSA. FAFSA can help you pay for it. The FAFSA is a government program. Look up FAFSA online, but make sure it's a .org, not or I'm sorry, a .gov, not like a .com or anything like that. Go to a .gov, and FAFSA will help you out to pay for your schooling while you're getting the process started, right? And I encourage you to figure out what education you need to get to a position you want, and to do that while you're working part-time. It's not fair, but we do what we have to, because what's the alternative? The alternative is saying like, oh well, it's just too hard. So if it's just too hard, what are you going to do? You're just going to lay down and die, or are you just going to like rely on the system? You can't. You have to push forward in any way you can. If you can't, again, reach out. Church groups, psychiatrists, psychologists, online, friends, family, me. If you have no one else, leave some comments. I will respond. you know but I wanted to share this with you, this last thing, so we can close out the video, right? I'm going to play it at 3/4 speed, and I've taken off the sound because I I don't want this to be demonetized or anything like that, But let's see what we can do here. Let's see if this even works, actually, because I think I might have a flip mirror image, but maybe I don't. Let's see, and I'll try to read it to you. But this is a song from the musical Hamilton, and Hamilton tells a story of a former president, early president Alexander Hamilton. And these people think like, oh well, if you're a president, you must have had it made. You had great education, this and that. It's like, I want you to read some of his story, and I'll read it to you right now, right? But see if this sounds familiar at all to you. And again, I'm playing at 3/4 speed, so we're just gonna go nice and slow here. But it goes like this. If you can't manage to read it, let's see here. It says, "How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore, and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished, in squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar?" How is that? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self starter. That is so important. We need to be self starters because no one else is coming to do this for us. Grow up to be a hero and a scholar. And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. He was doing anything he could because he was in the worst of worst situations. He was growing up in squalor, and there's nothing else he could do. And then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw the future dripping down the drain. He put a pencil to his temple. He connected it to his brain. And the world's gonna know your name. Gonna know your name whence you came, man. Get your education. Don't forget from whence you came. The world's gonna know your name. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just let's see where we are here. Yeah. Alexander Hamilton. There are a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. Just you wait. There are a million things I haven't. Does that sound familiar here today? There are a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. And I believe you. I believe you when you say that. When people stop believing me, I believe you. You got to keep that one foot in front of the other. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in their own the scent of sickness was thick in the air. And Alex, he got better. Alexander Hamilton, he got better, but his mother went quick. He's a child, man. His mama died on him. His mom died on him. He had nothing. He was living in squalor. The only parent he had was gone. He moved in with his cousin. His cousin committed what? The word you can't say on YouTube, apparently. Left him with nothing but ruined pride, something new inside, a voice saying, "Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. Fend for yourself." He started retreating, reading every treatise on the shelf. Man, that sounds real. That sounds real, right? And I just feel like, before we get to the next page, I just feel like, what else can you do? He didn't know what else to do, and he did whatever he could. I know things. I'm gonna pause for a second, but like I know things are rough sometimes. Like you're in these situations, you're in poverty, the community around you. I don't want to use the word toxic, but I mean like straight up violent. How do you get ahead? You gotta you gotta sit down when no one else is trying to sit to you, and you gotta find anyone who will listen. Find your teachers if you don't have your parents around. Find anyone. Find community leaders. Find church leaders, and just find me. I'll do what I can, but find someone around you. And we're a community. We all need some people sometimes. I just want to get back to it. Uh, there would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a cent of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, selling sugar cane, rum, and all the other things he can't afford. He started selling sugarcane, rum, all things he can't afford. He wasn't indulging in them. He wasn't like just eating this stuff, spending his money on things to make himself feel better. Like he was selling it. He was selling it because he did what he had to do. Scre- every book he can get his hands on, scrambling for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now. He stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land in New York. He can be a new man, and sometimes we got to go where the opportunities are there for us, and we can pick up, we can go where the opportunities are there for us. I'm thinking about some of you out in the middle of these like towns with like, oh, they just shut down the plant. There's no other work in town. It's like, that's true. Maybe you need to get out of that town. I'm not just saying that lightly. I'm saying maybe you need to, because that's the only way you're going to survive. If not, you're connected to a Wi-Fi. Hopefully, you got a phone in your hand. If you're watching this, look around. Look on Indeed. Look on LinkedIn. They have remote jobs. They have jobs you can do from your home on your computer. So look in that. They have schooling you can do on home or at home on your computer. In New York, you can be a new man. Let's skip ahead. One second here. Let me just skip ahead. They are going to know you overcame, and I want to say that to you right now. You are overcomers. You are overcomers. If you're listening to this, I know you're an overcomer. You search this out, I know you're an overcomer. They will know what you overcame. They will know you rewrote the game. The world will never be the same. They will know what you overcame. They will know you rewrote the game. The world will never be the same. And I say that to you today. I'm saying this out here for you. If no one else is saying it out here for you, I'm saying it out here for you. The world will remember your name. And all right, that's cool. That's cool for now. I just wanted to share that with you right now. Because I feel like it's super, super important sometimes if you got no one else telling you this stuff, to hear it from somewhere. And I'm here to tell it to you today. Sometimes, let's see what's happening here. Sorry. Sometimes it's just like we don't know where to go. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to tell you where to go. I'm trying to tell you, they have schools online, chat GPT, all this, or do searches, Google searches, but they have schools online. They have certificate programs online. If you go to Coursera.com, right, you can go to, it's going to cost you something, and sometimes opportunity costs you. But like if you sign up for like, I don't know, like 50, 70 bucks a month, you can do these programs certified by Google in like data analytics, in business management, stuff like that, and it'll help you out on your resume while you're working your retail job or your restaurant job or your whatever job, and never stop. And sometimes it takes years, and I'm here to tell you it takes years, because it took me years, so but the opportunity is there. Don't be afraid of it, because this guy's like hard work, just keep one foot in front of the other. And every now and again, remember this, right? You're a champion. Like any racehorse, you're a champion. What happens to champion racehorses? Sometimes we have to feed them. We have to water them. We have to make sure they're well rested, they're calm, they're relaxed, they're ready to go, so that they can do their job in the morning, right? That's you too, right? I want you to work hard, but you are also here to take care of yourself. It's not all about rush, 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 rush. You have to take care of yourself. You have to feed yourself, rest yourself, water yourself, take care of yourself, so you can keep going. Because this is going to be a marathon, folks. This is going to be a marathon, but we are going to do this together. I thank you for being here with me today. I hope you had a good experience on this video. Please, if you can, like and subscribe. I had a great time here with you here. I am here to tell you that we are going to change this, all right? And you are one step away. You just need to get to the next step, and then the next step, and the next step. And I'm here for you. Take care, one and all. Love you all. Peace.